roller skaters, Indy Jamma Jones here with Banzai.
Hello.
And today, Banzai is going to teach us how to do crossovers.
Yes.
Woo! So this is something that you guys have been asking about for a long time. I think this is going to be a really popular episode. We get requests for crossovers on the reg. When would you use a crossover, Banzai?
Pretty much anytime you're trying to go around a turn, when you're trying to pick up speed. Welcome to Elysian Park, and this is a really great place to practice crossovers. Make sure to scan the ground for objects, rocks, sticks, anything, get them out of the way so that you don't have to be looking at your feet when you're trying to do crossovers. It's really important, is to keep your head up and your chest up and looking in the right direction that you need to be able to do the crossover. So another thing is when you're skating forward, you want your weight in the heels of your roller skates. And so if you are standing in your skates and you bend down, you want to be pushing through your heels when you're going forward.
Weight in your heels.
So if you've already watched episode 2 of Planet Roller Skate, you know how to do bubbles. And that's a really important intro to doing crossovers, because not only does it get you used to moving both your feet at the same time, but it also will help you get the courage to move one leg over the other foot slightly. If you want to build up to it, you can just keep doing bubbles and maybe cross your feet over the bubbles as well.
So this is what we called braiding in the episode with Coco, if you guys remember that. But it kind of gets you used to the feeling of your foot being in front, like Banzai was saying.
Another thing that you should be able to do before you're able to do crossovers is balance on one foot confidently. So that's a really big, whoop, as I fall. Whoop, whoop. Balancing on one foot. And another thing too, make sure you have the right wheels for the surface. Harder wheels on bumpier surface, it's going to be harder to do things. Nice soft outdoor wheels, it'll make it a lot easier. So a lot of the stuff that I learned is from figure skating coaches. I've learned stuff from Dirty Derby Harry, who was on one of our episodes before, and one of the girls in my roller derby league that I learned from, her base was figure skating as well. So what they talk about a lot is that having your feet parallel to each other is where you're going to get a lot of your power from. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go around in a circle and do something that's called a scooter push. And so this is going to be almost your home base for your feet. It's always next to each other. And we're going to scooter push out like this around the entire circle. So this is the exaggeration of it on this edge. But it's going to realistically look like this. Cool. And keep your arms out like an airplane. And what's going to happen is as you go around the circle, you're going to want to tip the airplane and point your fingers to the middle of the circle and then stare at the end of your fingers. And then the second part to scooter push is to start practicing opening your shoulders up to the middle of the circle and scooter pushing at the same time. And this is the position that your arms are going to be in when you start crossing your foot over. And another thing too is once you put your arms like this, your gaze needs to be straight across the circle that you're creating. If you have a partner or if you have someone that you would love to skate with that are skate friends, it's a perfect thing to do together, is so you guys can go and stare at each other as you're practicing crossovers together and look at each other across the circle and just keep talking to each other, and it'll help you keep your mind off of what you're doing on your feet and concentrate on where your body needs to be. Cool. So once you get your scooter pushes down, now it's time to start crossing your legs slightly over your other foot. And it could be anywhere from here to here, especially while you're first beginning. You just want to get the motion of moving your foot over. So another thing is too, I have larger thighs. And so I can't just not bend my knees and cross my foot over. You have to be in a bent position, which is the way you should be anytime you're roller skating. Also called cross pulls too, because there's two parts to a crossover. You're crossing over your foot, but at the same time, while you're on this inside edge, you're pushing off with your back foot and leading through your toe.
Basics of a cross pull, but now we're going to give you a couple things that you can practice on to fill your edges and to also just build your confidence when learning a crossover. So let's do it. So my tip is I would practice going both ways, just because it helps you mentally like break it down. And also it's just good to go both ways, you know, ambidextrous. You never know which way you're going to have to turn.
Doing crossovers. So we talked about edges already earlier. So something to kind of reinforce that and practice that a little bit more is as you're going around the circle, outside edge on one foot, and then if you need to pump a little bit more you can, and then cross over and lean on your inside edge. That way. Still be able to go in a circle.
So it's like you're holding the stride and you're like just feeling your edge and staying on one foot.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge, inside edge, outside edge. Cool. I like that one.
I knew this would be so tiring.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Planet Roller Skate. Thank you so much, Banzai.
You're welcome.
For helping us learn crossovers. You broke it down very nicely. I liked it a lot. If you guys have any questions, please post in the comments. We will answer as many as we can. You can get my helmet, my shirt, lots of other fun skate things on planetrollerskate.shop. And please subscribe because now we're doing 2 videos every week. Whew, I announced it, so you guys gotta hold me to it. I'm fully committed now. So thank you guys again for watching. Until next time, later skaters!